Let's get it, MP.
And an opportunity for these guys to get loose, find the range. We're almost at game time, folks. Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. Tonight, we'll see the Utah Jazz as they play against the Houston Rockets here at Toyota Center. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. And a chance to look at the block shot numbers over the last few seasons for Walker Kessler.
Yeah, and his block averages have been trending the wrong way. But honestly, these numbers can be misleading. Sometimes guys just don't want to take a shot around you.
The starters for Utah. Kyle Filipowski is out there with Walker Kessler. Then it's Bailey. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. And it's MP in at point guard. And for the Rockets, Thompson is the off guard with KD at small forward. Alperon Şengün out there with Tari Eason. And it's Van Vliet in at the point. All right, Richard, All-Star Weekend is in the rearview mirror now. Some new roads ahead for some teams, though.
Yeah, there are definitely some teams out there that have a very different outlook right now. It's an exciting time of year to be a fan, though.
Well, MP goes through the defense for the score. Wow.
Here's Thompson. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I caught up with Coach Nba2k. He told me when he was watching film of their opponent, what stood out was Lauri Markkanen's efficiency. Coach said Markkanen doesn't need high usage to be effective. He gets a lot of his points off of movement, and he brings versatility to this offense. Back to you guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. That went off the back iron and out. And it's Houston's ball. 4-point game. Durant, the shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
If there are any better pull-up shooters than Durant in the NBA, it's a very short list. All a defender can do really is just hope he misses.
And that one drops.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Van Vliet misses. The Jazz have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. MP's got 8 points.
They've really come out swinging, hitting 4 of their first 5 shots.
Durant draws the double. Let's go with a 3. Van Vliet misses.
I mean, he's yet to make a shot this quarter. At some point, you got to look for other ways to impact the game.
And it's exceptional, the level of commitment that Nba2k has inspired from this Rockets team, Grant.
Yeah, B. I mean, he's a player's coach, but very demanding, and he holds everyone accountable. It's all about professionalism and purpose.
And the basket by Van Vliet.
He's just so agile with the ball. Van Vliet gets ahead of them with that smart dribble move.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Van Vliet. Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. You look at the Jazz. Right now they rank 3rd in the conference, aiming for a high seed in the postseason. And, of course, the Houston Rockets. A game back.
When I look at the Rockets, they're just not where they thought they'd be as a ball club. Now, after the success they had last season, they were counting on having even a better year.
And it's the exact opposite has happened. The chemistry has been off. They haven't been able to maintain momentum. A very disjointed season for them up until this point. You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Here's Durant. Utah with the rebound. Last time they met in Salt Lake City.
I really didn't see much of an edge from them. A little more intensity could have gone a long way.
Yeah, you hate to be critical, but that's part of our job. You have to call it the way we see it. That night, they were flat.
Rockets trail by 10. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And if they want to mount a comeback here, they need him to get going. It's just that simple.
There's the triple. He drops it from range. MP's got 17 points.
And MP is in fuego right now. If I'm on his team, I'm going to keep feeding him and feeding him.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
And it's a completely new group for the Rockets. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Smith finds Holiday. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits. Holiday's gotten his second bucket on the night.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
So the Utah 5 right now. Collier is out there with MP. Then it's Kyle Filipowski. Then it's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Markkanen in at the 3 spot. Gives us a chance to catch up with Ali LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Grizzlies was simply terrific. He added 61 points, and he didn't waste any of his chances, putting up an impressive field goal percentage. He was really special in that game, and they're hoping he can repeat that kind of performance tonight. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Ali, thanks. Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
And it's Holiday with the ball for the Rockets. Down by 12. And after this one, they're at home against Sacramento. That'll be the second of a 2-game stretch at home.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
A deep 3 from MP. Okogie pulls down the board.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
MP and the Jazz tack on 2 more.
I like how MP picks his spot on offense. Terrific decision there by him.
Rockets trail by 10. Holiday from long range. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
You do not want to let this guy get going. He can take days to cool off.
Here's MP. Muscling it home. MP.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
.146 left in the first half. Houston has gone 1 for 3 from down. Oh! Unreal! That's what they came for.
Wow. Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
Holiday surveying the floor. Pass to Smith. Back to Holiday. Jacks up a 3. And Houston, another 3.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
MP with it. Guarded now by Holiday. MP, that one's good.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
Rockets trail by 8. Pass to Holiday. The 3 is up. Rebound, Utah.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
And the basket by MP.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Now here's Holiday. He picked up 15 in their last win against the Knicks in New York. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
Houston has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. And the basket by Holiday. Holiday's got 18.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Now here's Şengün. Launches it from deep. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Utah Jazz in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Welcome, everybody.
They're giving a master class in ball movement right now, running the offense, finding the open man, and it leads to a bunch.
And guys, let's turn our attention. Thanks for tuning in.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Van Vliet runs the show with Thompson to his side. Tari Eason is out there. Alperen Şengün, and it's Durant in at the small forward position. And that's the group for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. And one key for quality teams in this league, beating the opponent. And another one!
Another night and another 40 points in the books for him. What a season.
And he is edging ever closer to the second-place mark for most 40-point games in a year.
And with Jordan's mark in the rear view, he's now marching toward Wilt's 1963 record of 52 games of 40 or more. Just amazing.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, B.A. The Rockets have brought in the right veterans. Coach Ime Udoka said, quote, their approach rubbed off on our entire team. We can only teach so much, but you have to have guys that have carved out their niche in the league with that edge and that defensive mentality. It was invaluable for our team. Brian?
They've got that grit. Thank you, Allie.
So fluid off the dribble. Sometimes Durant is just impossible to stop.
Here's MP. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. 17-point game. Some solid defense from Markkanen. MP with it. Van Vliet covering. MP shot is good.
Great to see MP look for his shot, especially when he's near the hoop.
The Rockets have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break.
Excellent tempo on the play, and he leads his teammate perfectly.
From deep, MP. Eason pulls it in.
And he got a couple to fall from long distance in the first half, but still looking for that number 3.
Launches a 3. Counted from distance. Eason's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Nice find by Thompson. Now, good to see him sharing the ball like this.
Here's MP. That one's good for 2.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Rockets trail by 16. Outside Eason. This one for 3. They get it again.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
They're limiting the offensive possessions for the other team. Tough to win with no extra possessions. Ooh, he's been the guy tonight. Really impressive performance.
The Rockets have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Outside Eason. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. Utah with the rebound. Filipowski's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
1:51 left in the third. Durant against Markkanen. The kick to Durant. The Rockets again can't hit.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Houston has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. With the tip, it's good. On the putback, Şengün's got 11 points.
Offensive rebound is a big part of Şengün's game. Just look at his numbers. They've been great over the years.
And Houston will go for a different look here. Smith, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Finney-Smith comes in for Eason. Okogie's checked in for Thompson. And it's Shepard in for Van Vliet. Then for Utah, Nurkic comes in for Kessler. And it's Collier in for Lauri Markkanen. Rockets trail by 20. Shepard, that's good.
Oh, when we talk about the future of Shepard, scoring inside is very important to take his game to the next level.
MP drives in, and he gets that one. MP's got 54 points.
You look at what he's doing here, and it's hard to imagine him playing much better.
The Rockets have gotten 6 of their first 12 shots to drop in this third. Pass to Durant, unloads. That shot off the mark.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Releases. MP shot is off. And the Rockets shooting about 47%. A nice number. Lets a 3 fly. Finney-Smith's shot is off. Jazz leading by 20. Here's MP. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Now here's Durant. Tight defense on him. Finney-Smith with it. And that's not going to go. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. And at Houston will go for a different look here. Eason's checked in for Smith. Durant comes in for Finney-Smith. Amen Thompson's checked in for Branham. And Van Vliet is subbed in for Holiday. So Utah going with an almost entire new group here. Kessler, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Filipowski comes in for Sensabaugh. Bailey's checked in for Collier. And MP subbed in for George. Utah has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Utah, they've got MP. Kyle Filipowski is out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Bailey. And it's Kessler in at the 5. Van Vliet misses.
The rebounding differential is a major story in this game.
MP. Quick 2. All net.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Rockets trail by 18. It's stolen by MP. And that one's good. MP's got 58. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Jazz.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition. Just jumping all over the opposition in this regard. And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain. He found his groove right away and hasn't let up. It's not surprising that he's leading the way on offense.
Van Vliet against MP. From 12 feet out, Cash.
Okay, let's throw out the analytics for a moment. When he's taking the mid-range, it's a winning shot.
MP. Eason rips down the board.
That's a great look. I'm not sure what happened.
Thompson. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
MP! Oh, he touched it while it was over the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference. Rockets trail by 15. Here's Eason. And yes, sir! In stride on the lay-in from a sweet assist.
And he has to build on this because we can see where him being a ghost out there has gotten them so far.
Good! That's another bucket. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far. It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Jazz.
You love how they push the ball at every opportunity.
Yeah, they really dictated the pace, and it really paid off.
And looking at their record after this victory, this will be their 37th of the year.
And boy, did they need to win this game after dropping the first two matchups against this squad. Now they can go into the final game of the season series with a ton of confidence.
And what a huge performance it was for MP.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Down it goes!
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Kessler with a rebound. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Jazz lead by 19.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
He got it again! Sensational!
And that's 70!
He is unconscious. Van Vliet scanning the floor. Outside Eason. So we see the Jazz taking the W here. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
All right, now let's go courtside to Dominic Ham.
Thanks, guys. MP, seeing you tear up the passing lanes the way you did in the win tonight, tell us, you must have played football in high school. Cornerback?
You really got to do your homework, Dominic Hamlin. I've been playing basketball exclusively since the 5th grade. I'm just a natural when it comes to picking pockets. That's it, that's all.
Understood. Thanks, MP.
You're welcome.
VA, over to you.
Okay, Dominic, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Got back from the beach, man. Yeah, you look, man.
Hey, what's up for dinner tonight?
I might take home one of the chicken strips from here. I don't know. I was thinking.
But won't those get soggy?
Oh, I got an air fryer. Cook them right up.
No, that's a good idea. I might have to do it myself.
Right? Right? Isn't that what I said?
Hey, should we pick up something for dinner?
Oh, but we got food already at home.
Yeah, but those leftovers are old.
Oh, no, I brought them home yesterday, I think. Right?
From the same place?
Yeah, it's my favorite. Of course.
Up next, the Jazz taking on the Pelicans. For the Jazz, they've only lost one game out of the last 7. They've taken their focus to another level, and they have their sights set on another win here tonight. Pelicans, Jazz, and back in a moment for the tip-off. Welcome, maybe the best day of the NBA, Thursday night, and we're happy you could be here with us. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Taking a look at Utah. Unless they completely melt down, they should be in good position for a playoff run. And, of course, the Pelicans. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, they've got Jordan Poole. He's out there with Murray. Kevon Looney out there with Trey Murphy. And it's Queen in at the 4 spot. And for the Jazz, they've got Kyle Filipowski. Bailey out there with MP. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. And it's Kessler in at center. On paper, this game looks one-sided, GA, but you never know in the NBA, do you? As they say, anything can happen.
Yeah, that means there's so much talent in the league. If one or two guys get hot, this could end up being an upset. The difference between good teams and bad is razor thin.
MP, no good. And so Poole will bring it up for the Pelicans. It's a 3-point game. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
And the Jazz with possession here. The Pelicans make their last shot.
A great sign for MP in his career, the ability to convert in traffic.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Will Hardy. We talked about how to play defense against DeJounte Murray. Coach said, well, DeJounte has made it no secret he plays better with the ball in his hands. So obviously we want to force him to give it up and act as more of a shooter whenever we can. That's easier said than done, but even if it happens a few times, that can change the game. Guys?
All right, Allie, thank you. And we've seen it more than once. DeJounte Murray has been traded for huge hauls.
And that shows you his worth in this league. Teams have been willing to give up a lot to get him. You don't see that kind of length and versatility every day.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
Well, that is what Poole does best. He is a major threat from beyond the arc.
It's MP, top of the key. And he drops in the layup off the glass. MP's got his second basket of the game.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Murray. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock.
That is right within Murray's wheelhouse. He looks for any opportunity to get a mid-range jumper.
MP, that's for two. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Pelicans have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Got that one up quick. Murray's got 8.
It continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
Here's Kessler. MP, no good.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
And regardless, it's great effort. You love to see that kind of hustle on defense.
Pass to Poole. Wide open look here for Murray. A three-pointer, no good.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open three.
That one falls. He's got 8.
And the benefit to MP being able to make that shot is it often leaves the defense at his mercy.
Now, here's Poole. They really needed more from him in that loss to Golden State. Here's MP. He gets that one.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
New Orleans has gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. And again, no good by New Orleans. Unloads. And Utah again with the bucket.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Murray. He's got 8 from deep. That's good from Poole on the assist by Murray.
And you see Jordan Poole off the ball, always ready to catch and release. Shoot that rock, Jordan.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
There's 45 seconds left here in the first quarter. Lets it go from deep. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Smart read by Poole there, noticing the overcommitment and making the D pay.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
Poor decision there to heave.
MP right outside. No good on the quick 3.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that's not a horrible shot for him to take, but you could still probably find a higher percentage shot.
Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. We've got Trey Murphy. Jose Alvarado is out there with Jordan Poole. And it's Matkovic in at the 5 down low. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Well, MP in the last matchup against Houston really lit up the floor. He ended up with 70 points, and he did his work from both the floor and the free throw line. What a game for him, and against their rivals no less, which had to make him feel extra special. Guys, back to you.
Great stuff as always, Allie. Thank you. He was in attack mode all night. We saw that really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
Well, he did whatever he wanted. I love the fact that he was under control, yet very aggressive.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And there's the bucket from MP.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
And they've gone to the full court press here, looking to make things as difficult as possible and maybe force a turnover or two.
No good. That puts him at 2 for 6.
When you're not at your best, it is great to have teammates who will pick up the slack.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. The Pelicans have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Pass to Alvarado. 3-pointer. Matkovic's shot is off.
You really need to take advantage of those looks because the defense won't give you many of them.
And the basket by MP.
MP has an innate ability to just pull up and knock them down. Very impressive for a developing player.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Inside, to end the drought, Filipowski grabs the board. Filipowski's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. A different look for Utah. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Nurkic. And Bailey snubbed in for Collier. Looney's checked in for the Pelicans. DeJounte Murray comes in for Jose Alvarado.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And so Poole will bring it up for the Pelicans. Trailing by 2, and moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Well, and the bottom line is they just had too many unfavorable matchups. They could never find a lineup that worked.
Here's Poole, following the basket by MP. No coverage, that's 8 points for him.
He just hasn't been able to find any kind of consistency to this point.
MP, no good.
Yeah, he's got to be mad at himself for missing that one, especially considering the defense didn't really affect him.
To the paint, Queen. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Well, defensively, you can't allow that in a game this close. Well, that's helping your team. By and large, he's taking shots he knows he can make.
And they pick up 2.
So effective from the mid-range. Can't give Murray room to get that one off.
There's MP. Finds himself wide open and drills it. MP's got 31.
And usually teams go on runs, and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
With 4 seconds. Oh, he would not be denied!
What a burst!
It's too much. It's just too much.
His teammates are falling all over each other. Look at him.
I can't believe he tried that in-game.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Jazz out in front, ending the second quarter with an energy burst, a 19-7 run. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
These are proven games, but you can talk all you want. But can you back it up?
They've said outwardly they feel they deserve more respect. Here's a chance to earn it.
You can talk all you want, but can you back it up?
Let's shift focus back to the Utah Jazz, who find little separation after one half of play.
Well, they've been the more measured team, passing up good shots for great ones.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, but also disciplined. That's a sign of good coaching.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
And one way players look to expand their game, adding counter moves to keep defenders off balance. Greg, what was something you added that really gave defenders pause?
You know, the snatch back pull up, you know, using your speed to kind of get the defender going downhill. And then you slam on the brakes and just create that separation to then go into attack mode.
They've got Walker Kessler. Markkanen is out there with Kyle Filipowski. Then it's MP, and it's Bailey in at the 2 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. Markkanen dishes to MP. For the 3, it's hauled in by Queen. The Pelicans leading. Poole with it. Bailey picks him up. Here's the screen. Pass to Queen. A 3-ball. Back to Murray. Over Kessler. The second effort, and it's Murray laying it in. Murray's got 16 points. Utah has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Strong finish inside from MP.
Despite his youth, MP showing grown man strength.
The Pelicans have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there.
Well, he made a couple of shots early, but since the half, he just can't seem to find his rhythm.
Well, you won't find many point guards with better physical tools, Tim, than DeJounte Murray.
Well, Kevin, he's 6'4" with a 6'10" wingspan. That makes him disruptive defensively, and he is more than capable on the other end.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey guys, Trey Murphy didn't dunk in a game until he was a high school senior. Crazy to think now with the length and the leaping ability he has. He said back then there were times where I'd have doubt or be a little stressed about my future. If I said I knew I'd end up here, I had been lying to you. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
So far, he hasn't done a lot of damage from 3. Only had that 1 in the first half.
Murray, no good. Utah leading by 3. Here's MP. And MP throws it down hard.
Oh, man, MP to be young again.
And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
To halt the run, and Trey Murphy gets the 3. He's got 11.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that...
Wow, what a play!
Unbelievable!
Look at how swiftly MP moves to the rim there.
There's 1:54 left in the third quarter. Pelicans trail by 4. And Willie Green wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. MP really making a difference here.
Man, he continues to burn them with his scoring. And the coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively.
The Jazz making a switch here. Collier's checked in. Jones checked in for the Pelicans. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Well, I'm not sure if he was surprised to be that wide open, but something got him out of focus.
Bailey passes to MP. Can't hit from 12.
Yeah, that's a sigh of relief heard from the bench. Weak defense didn't cost him that time.
Murray with the bounce pass. Poole on the wing. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And how about this youngster, MP, the concentration to get that bucket even through the contact.
And the Jazz with some changes. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Walker Kessler. And it's George Niang in for Kyle Filipowski. Pelicans trail by 4. Nurkic with the steal. Here's MP. Offensive rebound to the middle. Another shot. Headshot off. New Orleans has gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. MP's got 48.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Murray, the pass to Hawkins. Launches it. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Their 3rd 3-pointer in a row.
Utah leading by 3. Pass to Collier. MP outside. And good! There's another.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. For 3, Murray, and another 3 for New Orleans.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the 3-point line.
And B getting it done for the Jazz. What an amazing quarter. And with 3 quarters. Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Nurkic. Kyle Filipowski comes in for George Niang. Bailey, he's checked in for Keontae George. And MP subbed in for Collier. So for New Orleans right now, Jordan Poole is out there with Murray. Then it's Kevon Looney. Then there's Trey Murphy. And it's Queen in at the 4 slot.
A quiet but confident player. MP is one of those guys that lets his play do the talking most of the time.
Jazz trail by 5. MP with the easy bucket inside.
Big moment. MP showing some savvy. What a bright future this young man has.
The Pelicans have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the 4th, 8 of 12. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Utah. And that's in there.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
And at the right time, they could have let this game get away from them, but they never stopped believing.
Ah, the basket is good.
That is a huge shot by Murray when his team needed it most. He just loves these moments.
Now MP trying again. Kessler. And finally they get one to go in on this possession.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Well, you see this all too often. The effort has to be there first. Well, his 3-pointer just hasn't been there in the second half.
MP got it to go.
Well, for a guy who hasn't been in the league a long time, MP has a very soft touch on that jumper.
They trail by 1. Poole on the wing. The 20-foot jumper, good.
Well, you know one thing about Jordan Poole, he is not going to run from the light. He embraces it.
MP outside with the shot. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Kessler.
And what a time to get sloppy. A close game like this, you cannot be getting loose with the ball.
Here's Murray. 1:03 left in the 4th quarter of this one. A 3-pointer. Good.
That is world class.
What a huge shot at this point in the game.
MP. Good. That's another bucket.
make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. Outside Murray. The three doesn't go. And the Jazz with possession. MP. There's MP on the drive.
Oh, he is just flat out clutch. MP embraces whenever the spotlight is on him.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Oliver Force on the sidelines.
Hey guys, well, Willie Green had some advice for the team over that last break. He told them, this is the passion I want us to play with every night. Now my question is, how are we going to finish? Are we going to be passive, or are we going to take what's ours? Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that.
Good shot right there by MP. I like when he seeks out his offense.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Murray.
Well, they really needed that right there from Murray. That is a huge spot.
And Joe Hardy calls timeout here. No room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
Well, there's no room for error here. They need to draw up something that they can execute quickly.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ballgame.
Yeah, analytics aside, players making important free throws is always valued by their team.
MP. So it's a narrow victory for the Pelicans, pulling it out for the W. They seem to relish their role as the...
Obviously a tough loss for you, MP. What stands out?
I don't think we have to go back to...
Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, Jennifer.
How's your dog doing? Oh, he's good. He's just got out of that puppy stage, so it's nice to have him. The last time you had your oil change? Oh man, how's your hamstring? You know, it got out. So we've been trying to find it. Saw the picture.
Hey, you
scary.
Yeah,
you want to grab the burrito?
Yeah, grab me one.
Okay, see you there.
All right, MP, you ready?
Stay focused on your workout. Again.
I think someone moved back. Oh, where's the foul?
Again.
Turn it up. We always be ready. This is too easy, bro. Let it fly.
Come on, MP.
Y'all ready to lose? Way to snatch it, MP. Come around. We're here.
Come on. What are you... Bro, MP, come on.
I see you doing work.